What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C, and in this particular video, y'all, I will be reviewing, recapping the best of my ability, the BET Award 2019. And shout out to my YouTube fam. And just to let y'all know in advance, I've seen almost everything. I had everything DVD-R'd, and even 5 minutes afterwards. And the last, which was actually the musical tribute to Nipsey Hussle. He already got, I seen up to the point he got a humanitarian award, and his family said a few words. Some of his family members who, and it's, well, if you want to go by, well, they went by his husband and wife, as was sometimes called, his lady, Laura London, also said some things. And then as soon as Marsha from Originally Poetry, as soon as she started saying, put your hands, deuces in the air, also it's like recording ended. And I ain't got time to be waiting another 3 hours and a half just to go through that. But that's who I seen whatever. It probably was where I think John Legend and YG. But like I said, we're gonna work where I got my chicken scratch of the writing. And let's get into it, y'all. Actually, it was a pretty decent show. I actually was not like, I didn't go to sleep or nothing like that. It was pretty little decent. So I'm just gonna give my interpretation. And if y'all have at least maybe 3 hours about, you able to DVR the commercials, wherever you see, blah blah blah, you stream it, whatever, then go ahead and take a look. It wasn't that bad. So we're gonna have the first performance was Cardi B and Offset. Offset actually was there in the beginning. I seen, you heard the song somewhat pressed. And you seen these girls, they had like, cornrow hairs. And I was like, is that glitter hair? Is it glitter on the hair? But whatever it is, I like it. I want it. But anyway, that thing, Offset was like sing part about the cloud, the song that cloud. And then she came in, but it didn't show. It was almost like she Wonder Woman to spin into his lap and doing that part where she's basically riding and rapping and blah, blah, blah. She does her part. And she's, her song, her new song, Pressed. That's what she did, and let's go out for us. Not bad, of course, and Cardi B performance. I'm not. It's not saying nothing good or nothing bad about it. Like I said, it was these performances. It was like Cardi. It was like Offset was off the set less than 1 minute after after she was on the floor. It was like I said, as soon as she got finished her part and got the chair when they ain't no chair around, Offset was off the set. So okay. So after that, you got the introduction, the welcome to the BET Awards, blase. And we got it where, of course, Regina Hall was hosting. And Regina Hall sometimes gives you a serious look on her face type of comedy. Like, she'll say something funny, but she'll kind of just be, like, chilled and sarcastic sometimes. Doing this. Okay. Now, she kind of, had it where it was kind of like a mockery, like it was kind of like, like a funny version where she, instead of homegrown, like Beyonce's documentary stuff, she had homegrown. And she was like, I first was not going to do the BET Awards, but then I changed my mind. And then she telling people like, this ain't DC or something like that during the rehearsals. She was talking about just certain things, but it was cute. It was nice. And, like I said, like, basically, people's nerves. And then she came out her own version. You had people like the band, but they're playing go-go music, okay? And she came out with a page. It was kind of like her own version of, like, was paying, of course, tribute to Beyonce. And she came out there. It did also, because I know they had up in the thing, I remember EU, and I forgot, oh my gosh, I don't know why I didn't write down the other go-go artists. But they're both go-go legends, I know that. And then, then the butt came on. And I just was lit, She was dancing to it, and they, sing a song. But I'm not just me, and it wasn't just me or just me, whatever. But the beat was flowing, and it seemed like the man who sings the song, doing the butt, kind of at first was singing it, and the song he was slower than the song beat or the faster. It kind of wasn't matching. It still was lit though. Don't get me wrong, but it kind of was not matching a little bit. Still classic though. So when she doing, okay, we got Regina Hall, she doing above whatever, trucking whatever. Okay, then she got Tyree in the audience, and she got the she's your queen to be high ponytail. coming to America, y'all know what I'm talking about. She up there doing the butt too. So like I said, it was lit. You know, you got the band, you got this, that, and you had the other go-go artist legend. It just, like I said, it was a lit performance. So afterwards, they get ready. You know, Regina Hall talking about everybody when she was talking about, you know, Pop who's going to be performing and stuff like that. And she said a couple of little artists, a couple of the babies artists, little artists, something like that. But it was true because you had both Little Baby performing and the baby. Okay, so speaking of that, I'm just gonna go list the awards and maybe a couple of people who also presented the awards as well. Okay, now for the new artist, we got Little Baby actually won. Little Baby, not the baby, Little Baby. Okay, here's the difference. Little Baby, bringing the no key. Copyright, they ain't about to give me for this. The baby, oh gosh, why the show? Okay, shoot, I brain freeze. Okay, I just started on. Oh shoot, I heard that song. Dun, 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 dun. What's that song where it's like he has somebody sound like they're playing a flute in the background, but okay, but that's what I'm saying. That's in between Little Baby and the baby. I smack 'em all you something like that, whatever. Okay, you'll know the beat, but it was a song like he. If y'all seen the video, it's like he's playing a version of his own Tony Montana, whatever, Scarface or whatever type of feel to it. Yeah. But anyway, and speaking of that, as soon as Little Baby gets his award and he thinks, you know, people, you know, everybody get on the stage and express the award, the baby actually performs. He has a little intro where he's kind of mimicking the whole Shook thing because the song is popular. And the only reason I started following out about Shook is from TikTok from my 10-year-old nephew. Okay? I didn't even know he had it at first. That's when I started hearing that song. But like I said, it was another song. And of course, I'll think about it after I finish recording. But anyways, y'all. But it was kind of, but like I said, it was like he was being Suge, but reenacted it, but it was $1 Million Records instead of Billion Dollar Records. You don't want to be on this, you don't want to have you all in the videos and stuff like that. And so then he comes on there, kind of, you know, looking like the unlock of the small, you know, he had the red shirt on, but like I said, he supposed to be Suge. That's, you know, whatever, that's the name of the song. So it was, I mean, it was, oh, I'm not gonna say okay performance. It was kind of lit. I was like, it just threw me off. I was like, this would be a lit TED Talk performance. I don't know, you know, I'm just random sometimes. But anyway, after the baby performed, after Little Baby just got his award, that's what I'm saying. That's how y'all know the difference of who the baby and who the Little Baby is. Because even Little Baby later on, which y'all carry, also performed. So you'll know the difference of their songs. Okay. Now, we have a Young Star Awards. Just to let y'all know, I noticed they took it out. I don't know how long because it's been a minute since a couple years. Besides, the last time when I reviewed, if y'all been around me for a while, feel like searching, I only reviewed another award show, and that was a couple years ago. It was during the time they did the Prince tribute with Prince passed. So was it? It might have been 2016. Okay, so like I say, it's been a little minute and some change. So what is it, Martian? I'm gonna call her Miss Martin. I'm going to say the young lady who I think is on Blackish, and she's on, you know, produced that movie Little and stuff. She actually wore. She was like, wow, you know, I'm just gonna thank God and, you know, very much, you know, because I don't have that much to say. I didn't really expect this award. And in between, one of the parts was kind of funny is Regina Hall had it seem like she was about to present, and then she got like 50 Cent is on the screen, and he talking about, you know, I used to like 50 Cent, I'll tell you that, but I ain't gonna lie, it was so funny. He's up there seeming like, I don't know if he was at her place or whatever. He's giving her to Monday because she owns some money. She got up to cash back, PayPal, you know, whatever. Western Union his money by Monday, okay? And she's like, I don't know how he got into the camera, but anyway, y'all. So we have Fantasia. There's no words to say. It's Fantasia. She gonna hit your spirit, okay? She come out new album, stuff like that. She was just singing, and she sang, even with shoes on, you still feel like she took a show, put her whole foot. just like they say, you cook. Some people say you cook some good food, and you must have put your whole foot in. That's how Fantasia does singing. She is one of those singers who puts her whole foot into it, literally. Sometimes by taking them off. Okay, so she had her outfit on, and take it off. Well, she had a guitarist player. She was playing the heck out of the guitar, and on top of that, I wanted her jacket, all them spikes, whatever. I'm not like I'm trying to stab her, but I mean it was cool. I liked her jacket too. Okay, so she gave that, them performance. Like I said, Fantasia. Okay, you gonna feel it in your spirit. Okay, also, Rocky Sadiq. Oh, okay. How can I get this legend? I even used to buy some of his albums. Rocky Sadiq. Mispronunciation, y'all gotta get used to. But anyway, they had a couple. They only had two of the Nissan Euro where they have the side stage and Lucky Dave. I did like Dave. I liked it. His stuff. I looked it up. Whatever. Cool album. We had the album of the year goes to Cardi B. And she gave a speech, and she said, "I was like, oh, thank you for this. I let everybody to listen to the album, little speech, of course, a little humor and stuff like that." She had a lime green, ensemble she changed on to. I think she was there for most of the awards, but she must have left a certain amount of time. Husband, Migos and them, they sat, but I don't know if they sat in the same row or whatever, because I don't know, Cardi B was with a relative or something like that, whatever, her nephew or brother, something like that. I don't know. Or maybe they had to go before she did. I don't know. So she thanked the award she would every year. But like I said, I noticed, okay, they don't have the new. I know they took out the categories. I could have. We know they used to have best female artist, and then for a while that was just practice, or for years. When Nikki was not gonna come here anyway, due to the fact that somebody was making some, make those remarks on the BET site. So her, Lil Wayne, Young Money was not going to be there anyway, even if they was thinking about it. Okay, but anyways, they didn't have, so they ain't got no more of the best R&B album neither, or like male female artists no more, like the rap one neither. Just they didn't like the vibe with that one. It's just really looking back at the awards that they had. I could have sworn they used to have more awards like in different different categories and based on gender. Okay, whatever. Next performance was Lizzo, and she performed her song "Truth Hurts." I got introduced to her because I follow and I've been a subscriber for years to the Scorpion Show. And Kevin was talking about Lizzo when her album came out, and I listened to her. She's dope, she cool, and she came out like it seemed like a wedding cake. She kind of had like this wedding day leotard. Did a little twerking, and then she blew out that flute, just twerking with the flute. Rihanna even standing up because she was also there, of course, to present an award. She like, forget y'all with the singing. Let me take my time. I gave y'all 7 annuals straight. One per year, let my ass rest. And I don't blame her. So anyway, like I said, listen before I had lip performance. She kind of reminds me of Monique actually saying, as far as like, I'm a big girl, but I can still all do this and have the confidence. I'm fly, I'm everything. I'm, I'm bold and I'm beautiful. Okay, but anyways, like I said, that was a lip performance. Okay, Melinda Seals presented, and it was a partnership with Walmart where they're giving. Now remember the polar vortex, cold as hell that nobody should be outside, and it was I think it was mostly upper like the Midwest area. I live in Michigan and Chicago, and of course it was Candace Payne. Helped so many folks to stay out of the cold and came out of her own money. She was able to raise a lot of money, so they gave her $10,000 striping in partnership with Walmart, and that's awesome. And I hope people are able to continue where we can carry on. We can help people in those situations, not just our programs, but just all year round. Period. As far as giving back and helping each other. No, that sounds clear stage, but that's real talk. And we had the Bobby Jones Best Gospel Award, and Al Sharpton, presented, right? Now, we all know, now Snoop Dogg, if y'all don't already know, has recently made, last year or something like that, whatever, a gospel album. And he was actually one of the nominees. I think Tori Kelly, like I said, I didn't put down all the nominees and stuff of the categories. My bad, y'all. So anyways, I got this many. So anyways, like I said, this might be a little bit lengthy, but The whole thing was about 3 hours. But anyways, guess who won? Snoop Dogg and Mr. Allen. But did y'all know the artist that he wears glasses? He has his pretty white hair, looks nice, and then when he be getting them notes in, he be like, yeah, that artist. Y'all, he be getting it though. So anyways, the next performance was now Billy Cyrus was also in the audience because like in the beginning of episode, like I said, the beginning of the show where Gina Hall was talking about things of DSC and popular, and Billy Ray Cyrus is also there to perform with Lil Nas X, and she said he used to go to Howard, but he actually went to Georgetown. Wikipedia, or let's Wikipedia then put it up there because you can add stuff in and out people and stuff like that. She was talking about he went there, but they said he went to Georgetown, Kentucky. Okay, I digress. But they sat there performed on Town Road, and the remix version of it. Everybody was just lit. It was a nice performance. They kind of had like a scene like they were finding the BT Wars, and they kind of blended in, and everybody knew the song, and like I said, pretty nice. Okay, I like Billy Wire Cyrus. I even liked him when he first came out with "Achy Break Your Heart" to the day. Okay. But anyways, the next award was between Lala and Lawrence Tate. Oh Lord, I still have a crush on Lawrence Tate. Whoo, okay. And it was the BET Movie Award, which was Black Klansman. Okay, I know I'm getting off subject, but the John Watson, okay, Denzel's and his wife's son. Oh Lord, but he's a good actor. I will say that. But I remember the first time seeing him when I used to watch, and I did review a couple of little reviews, but I didn't much. But Ballers, HBO. I don't know if it still comes on or not, but that's where I remember him from. Whatever, good talented actor. But it was on the movie, but no, they had to get it on somebody else's behalf. Just like Snoop Dogg Award, he wasn't there neither. And neither was Spike Lee or I guess anybody from the cast, like Klansman. But anyways, they had next they had a performance, like a split performance, but it was the City Girls. You might as well say the Young Miami. Okay, miss if y'all something ever flew out. She performed. And she did the part where, she talking about the first thing that's getting big, looking like, he eating like a Snickers. I'm like, don't they bite into Snickers? I wish they could have had a better line when you look like something like ice cream or something. But I digress. And, period. And how I look at it like this. Well, the benefits is since we've been hearing more like Pierce, at least we'll bring pronounce it punctuation mark awareness. Nothing wrong with that. So I thought it was just like, I thought maybe she's gonna do perform more. I don't know why I thought like maybe her, and I don't know if she would have did that much twerking. She with child now, with Cardi B, and like she's Cardi B do like surprise performance, but she did a part. She had some dances with her, whatever, and all of a sudden, little baby come out the audience with my phone, and started out as best friend song, whatever, right? And then it had it where another scene. I never heard the song before that he had, but I do need to research it. Something he had a scene, had break dance and everything. He had dancers like look like they're banking in a little currency truck, whatever, on the side, and they performed. But I'm like, okay, that's nice. I need to look into that. And this was a touching part when they came back. I think this was on commercial, right? And this was talking about the Exhilarate 5, and they were talking about when you're presenting of course, the survivors of the Central Park 5. And one of the men's talking that I refuse, y'all, and because it would do too much for me, I would feel like throwing something on my TV screen, or if I looked at my laptop when they see us. And even though I know these all 5 men are still here and they survived to tell their story, be the first man that was talking, because I don't know them. Like I sometimes I remember the names, sometimes I don't, and I still have to match up what the men are. It's just so hurtful to see that's too much. Maybe one day I'll be able to watch the series, and I'm glad they ever tell the story. But the first man who was talking, he was so terrible, he could only say a couple words, and he was about to cry. Everybody else was able to say something and talking about like the artisan, because they were actually presenting presenting her, and her was doing a song called with Lord, like the Lord is Coming song, and she's playing the cello. I think was that the cello, the bass or cello. And she was saying a song and the poetry, and it actually fit, especially dealing with these men who were survivors of this 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 mess, the discrimination, the brutality of them basically being robbed out of the. I can go on, but y'all don't want me. And why B and M Corday? There's a bunch of them got why them, but Corday was also rapping as well. But like I said, a dope song, message deep as heck. Whatever hers, she is that chick. And they also had two previews of two movies. I might as well get out of the way. I know Lena White with the, I think her name is, they got out. It looks like it's supposed to be a reenactment of, seems like a black version of Blondie and Clyde or something like that. But Queen and Slim, that movie that actually might be interesting. But I don't know. I may it depends how the way it ends. If I know it's horrible to say that, but I probably won't spoil us. Do they both live at the end? Okay, I want to see it. Okay. Um, Okay. By the way, Marcy. This was kind of funny though because they were doing the Best Actress award, right? And you got Regina Hall is like in the background, but she's purposely is a part of the skit. So while Miss Martian again is up here presenting as producer and an actress in little in her own film, and she's up there presenting Best Actress award, and you hear Regina Hall got this new outfit on, like, okay, ready? She's gonna tell them I'm coming out right now, right? Okay, all right. She about to tell me I'm about to come out. I'm about to get this together, okay? And then she says Regina King, and her assistant or the actress is telling her like, she said Regina. No, she didn't say Regina Hall. She said Regina King, and Regina Hall and everything is like, heck, I got this outfit on, looking like a bird and every darn thing, and you up here got me. I'm up here looking like a fool, But it was hilarious. It was cute. One joke I didn't like about Regina Hall. Now she also had two quotes. Like I said, she was like doing her own version. I could, spin on Beyonce's image. She had two quotes. One quote was from Black China, and the other quote was from Marion Barry. They used to be, I think, the mayor in DC, something like that. The bitch shut me up, and she was saying in one of the scenes, it was like, first it was funny. She was like, her heart was broken. She went through a lot when Idris Elba got married. She was showing a picture like that, and she showed Trey Songz with his little beautiful son. No, and she was like, well, he had named his son Marion. It was basically Marion's name for his first and middle name, and songs, whatever. And I'm sitting here like, I didn't honestly find that funny, and I was like, what the hell? And she was like, "That's she was saying something like, oh, he named it. He named her that because the bitch set him up. Yes, the bitch." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, even the greats, we ain't perfect. None of us is, shoot." But anyways, I was just like, "Oh, that, no." No, I wasn't feeling it. Look at my watch. No, okay, this is an awkward ass moment. I noticed they didn't show anybody audience or whatever. Cringe. And so, anyways, we had Neo and Mrs. Curry on the stage, and they presented the Best International Award. I think it's Best International, is like in general any type of entertainment, or is it like international award, like music award? So Burna Boy, Nigerian artist. People clap for him a little bit because they have everybody from France, I think the UK, and everything else. And his mama came up there first. Mrs. Curry, because I'm about to mess up. Was it Aisha was about to say, okay, we have to, to take the award because they thought it wasn't there, but he was there. But Mama Burner was there, and she just said, she like to thank body for having her son, and she said, in the words of Burner probably say, everybody, we're first African before we're African or anything else. So, okay. Also, now we had a performance. At first, of course, we had a DJ Khaled. We the best and blah blah blah. And did he say something about humble or we never fold? And I was like, well, you did. Well, you were kind of a little bitter and a little burnt, like when you were number 2. So you did actually fold. You folded quicker than a folder. quicker than putting just like this, like just snapping turtle. Just you were folding all bad just because you were two, so you never fold. Maybe maybe I'm saying the word wrong, but I thought maybe fold is like you never pressed or something like that. If y'all please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm like okay. So Nick Mill come on the stage. And I wish it could have been like a surprise thing with him and Cardi B, because I ain't gonna lie, I like that song, that On Me song. And she would have popped up, whatever. But DJ Khaled had a song, and Mick D come up, and then for a while it was too much smoke. Maybe person to me, but first I'm like, where is DJ Khaled or Mr. We the Best? And where's McMill at? Where's why the smoke? I'm surprised they didn't start coughing. Shit. Okay, because I sure wouldn't need my damn inhaler. So anyway, they performed a song, and then they had the song titled, you still stay or something like that. You stay or something. Why do you stay or something? And I did not recognize. Now I did see in the credits Jeremiah was in the credits, right? Okay. So I can say I'm about to get copyright. And so that little baby, he come back again, he get going. I'm like, this is the second time he performing. He part of the song, and Meek Mill's part of the song. And then I'm like, that guy looked familiar. Let me see who this artist is. I do want to get at least most of these people's names right, if possible, all. And I look, and I, Google search, and I was like, wait a minute. That's Jeremiah, because I haven't seen him in a minute, some years. So I didn't know he, trying to get the braid out, or he trying to grow some long hair. He's trying to keep it short, but keep the braid. I don't know. So I didn't actually recognize him. Even though the voice sounded familiar, I didn't recognize him. Okay, because last time I heard about him making performance, he was up there in the hoodie, and he get on people's nerves on a couple concerts. He got an impersonator, then he get kicked off another tour. Okay, whatever. But I mean, okay, he's still busy, but I'm like, is the auto tune? Is he got like some people? Does he have an auto tune voice, or was the auto tune inside of like the mic or something? I don't know. Anyway, that's sports. Okay, then we had a Coca-Cola award. And LA May actually won it. It wasn't like one of the awards you actually have called in. And she was actually like, oh, I didn't have a speech. I'm just a little young girl from London, and I didn't have a speech. So I just wanted to say that numbers don't lie or something like that, speaks for herself or something. I'm thinking like, I wonder, I don't think I'm not gonna sit here and say she talking about somebody. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. Y'all know that say that or not. I just know that somebody was mad they were not before award, and I was surprised. Well, I guess his song, I did like that song, "Be With You" on Your BS or whatever came out. I ain't gonna lie, because that was an original song, wasn't it? Well, anyways, Taji came out to present the award for Tyler Perry, which is the iconic award, and they had an introduction or whatever, and and Tyler Perry gave a speech. They had a little film. They talked about what Tyler Perry has accomplished, and in the years that he's been in the game. And he did. I like to point out some key points because he did drop some gems. He dropped some diamonds, some rubies, and maybe opal stone and maybe one emerald. Okay, because he was saying one thing. One thing he kind of like talked about his past and probably what inspired some of the stuff you could see, like where his films stem from were ideas and things from his childhood. When he brought out, he used to go with his mom when she played, I guess, games where some of her friends were friends, whatever. And even though he said that they didn't have anything past 12th grade information, they were still intelligent women. Because yeah, you don't have to have a degree in order to be intelligent or even be successful. Okay, but anyway, but he was just saying in turn or be smart. But so when he was going to stories that when somebody talk about something going on in life, and it will make the other person laugh. So he even talked about how his father used to abuse his mom and stuff, and he would make her feel better after his dad did that horrific stuff to his mom, and she would smile. He was able to make her laugh despite the pain. And he also talked about another thing about helping somebody. I used to go graveyard passes, Aaron Cross, the prostitute, something like that. And a man who was trying to get through an intersection or help go somewhere because he sold candy, I think, near the school grounds, wherever he went at. And he finally helped them to get where he was at. So how he also said something about that stood out to me, and I'm gonna get to the next couple of things. Um, oh, I went through that much, but anyway, so one thing that I noticed that also he talked about is like how he changed the game when he bought these studios. He actually bought it from a former Confederate Navy, like Confederate Navy, area, and he was like, and the thing is, these were the same folks that was trying to keep enslaved three 3,000 something victims and keep them as slaves or bond slaves. And he was like, I am one. And now, consider I bought that area, I am one owner, freedom owner of that place. Black man of the place on top of that. Ding, ding, ding. So he also had a couple more porters, but it was kind of in how he said how some of the first 10 movies was based on his mom's character that he made, and continue to help out others. And I think it says something when they were still doing the film or the speech in orbit or something of his own words about regardless how much money you have, you always work hard. Basically like keeping yourself humble. Like don't ever get beside yourself just because if you can make this accomplished to get all this money. Keep some humbleness there. Always work hard or so forth. So good words. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, because people stand up. Because actually, he told everybody, yeah, y'all go sit down, y'all gotta stand with me. But when it was some of the words that he dreams that he was dropping, people was like, oh, we gotta stand up for this. Stand up, stand up. I see Lisa later. I know this was so random, but T.I. and Tiny were both there. But that's how short she is. I couldn't see her at first. And then, I see like people. They had like people I noticed there that I recognize also like from Instagram and stuff as well. A couple YouTubers and stuff like that. But okay, I know that was random, but okay. Now we had the BET Sunday Best also coming back. I know this is also random, but they kept bringing us besides Black Ink Crew, they moving to this thing, and of course but they also just to let y'all know because I recorded it off VH1, and they're supposed to have Black Ink Crew, Compton, and I'm like, okay, that's dope. I will be watching it. I think it drops like July the 30th, next month from now, and I'm like, that's pretty nice. I think I might watch it, might be reviewing that show. And I thought about it, they gonna bring like have a show about Black Ink Detroit or something like that. I mean, there's a couple tad artists like I found on Instagram, but they, if y'all heard about Tattoo Man's page, he's tattooed and he's comedian, he's a good voiceover actor, but they need to have him on there. And one of his co-workers, he go to tattoos with Lucky Face tattoos too. If I could get a chance, I might actually go to both of them one. I'm just saying. I just thought about this. That's cool enough. I'm like, are they ever gonna get a show in Detroit? Besides the one they have like on A&E, something like that, talking about some criminal homicide in Detroit back in the day, but just like the reality star sense, I'm just saying, you never know. But anyways, there was performance of Kirk Franklin's song, and I couldn't look. I don't know what the name of the song was, but they had Kirk Franklin. How he sings, moves the crowd, dance, whatever. It was a good performance. Erica Campbell, Kelly Price, and I think Jonathan McReynolds also performed in that same performance. I don't know why I thought it was going to be a longer performance. It just went by pretty fast, but as usual, dope song about guy. Okay. So, anyways, there was a quick tribute where you had Morris Chestnut and I think Damon, who is the actor, and I never seen the show, which is Snowfall on FX, and it was kind of like, I don't know, maybe certain circumstances, but they kind of briefly talked about John Singleton in that space. And on top of that, speaking of that, how can I not forget how I skipped over before I talked about the Regina King part. Let me go back in reverse. I do not want to get because I'm during her first show. I knew it was like something that was over. So we also had like the DJ Mustard Mingle performance for a slip song, whatever. Okay. We had the Mary J. Blige tribute. Now the Mary J. Blige tribute had Rihanna had presented, and talked about, you had the horse a little couple minutes where people are talking about Mary J. Blige and so forth, and Nas, which he's still fine, talented and fine. Okay, anyway, and they're talking, and Rihanna, Regina got brought up before she presented, brought out Rihanna basically, like, she's multi-talented, blah, 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 and also, we're gonna have to wait for that music. Yeah, like, needed a break. And if she doesn't come back for a long time, you know, we got enough stuff to listen to. Okay, so Rihanna, gave a nice speech and talked about what she did and how she was inspired also by Mary J. Blige. And thank you, because even not her, she was inspired by her. So Mary J. Blige spoke, and I don't know why I thought I was kind of concerned. Like, I don't know why I didn't think they were going to not the Mary J. Blige, a tribute, but she performed, and when she first performed, y'all, she was kind of like, there's kind of a side of the stage were still in the front of the stage, and then it was just, you have people, they're all white, they're playing all white instruments, and she's singing. I think it was two. You Look at My Life, and then No More Dramas playing a little bit, and I'm like, oh, okay, I hope it's not the one. So then she went to the back. You heard her, home, so she had to change her outfit a little bit. No, change her outfit a little bit, and then she had Real Love, and I was waiting for her to do the Go Mary moment. And if y'all know, like, Go Mary is what you sing, because when Mary gonna be hitting you with the legs and everything and the arm movements and stuff like that. Which, I was like, when she did those kicks, I'm like, if the Zumba is still popular, maybe she need to come out with an inspired class and get patented and, use the Mary J. Blige. So she, and because I seen the thing with Method Man and Lil' Kim, and then I thought about this. They might, well, especially Lil' Kim, I'm like, she might come out. So when she started singing, I wish she would have sang, but I had enough. I enjoyed myself. Okay, a little bit. I think they played the song with this a little bit. Okay, Real Love, of course, she was doing that. Of course, a couple of hits, but also what stood out, Lil' Kim, of course. For some reason I could tell, she's a little bit more interesting over the years, but I could tell who she was. She just a little, just a little more curvy over the years. But of course, she was singing her part "I Can Love You," which is classic as well. Then she went on, and then after that, like I said, she had a risk. Go Mary. Of course, Be Happy, of course. And like I said, Mary, but Mary probably would have did more kicks and stuff. But of course, she had to bring on her. Does she have like a patent or something? Like where she can get some money for like she can have on thigh high boots line, cause she be rocking the heck out of thigh high boots. She be Mary J. Blige over the years, y'all. Like whatever and stuff, like pay attention. She be having them thigh high boots, okay? She needs to have a patent, have her own line. Go Mary or something. Or maybe okay. Also too, yeah. So I Can Love You. She kind of said that part, and then then Method Man. Oh, he another one. He'll rap it too, but I'm okay. Anyway, he did his part on E, and it's two different versions. You got the one that was on video and the box, if you remember, BT sold all that stuff, where it has like a Wu-Tang sound beat, and then you got the one that's kind of like a more R&B beat that you play on the radio. So they had the Wu-Tang type of beat that he was on, and he rapped this part, and she was on there, and yeah, because she ended up taking that coat off, and she well, like I said, was gum. Like I said, it was legit. Yeah, and then she ended it with Just Fine. That was a just great performance. Classic Mary. I enjoyed myself. Yippity! That was the stuff. So anyway, y'all, like I said, this is gonna run over. But like I said, I'm almost over with, because like I said, it was probably the last performance of the night. And because that was all in the wars besides the military war, which of course went to God Rest His Soul. Nipsey Hussle. I'm not about to get that man's name right. That man's like real name right, so I'm just gonna go with what I know. Okay. After going back and fast forward, when we went from the John Singleton type of like tribute, they list, and they're the same with the Grammys and stuff like that. They sometimes have like the people who passed away. Mostly people, us, but that died, passed away, taken here, God rest their souls. And let me go on to the list. Okay, guys, we're so Aretha Franklin. I even heard, I at least heard the plane, because where she had her funeral at. God rest her soul. Okay, Bushwick Bill from the Ghetto Boys, If y'all don't know who that is, that the classic is My Mind is Playing Tricks on Me. It's one of the most popular songs. He also did stuff solo as well, but a lot of people are going to main them being one of the main songs from the Ghetto Boys. From Houston, Texas. Okay, of course, remember Willie D and also Scarface. Um, DJ really a red. I think when I seen the cat, I didn't. I think he's also because there was originally four members of the Ghetto Boys. Then they went down to three, and then they went down to those solo acts. And I think they did one more album together and stuff. Okay, but got rest of soul as well. Okay, James Ingram. Okay, Find 100 Ways. Baby Come Be also when the song Secret Right, but he also passed away his way. Now I'm also gonna say God so because the Dodgers and that's his decision, but he's don't care of course. Joe Jackson. Okay, they brought up John Singleton as well. Okay, Nathan Rollo Taylor. If you remember Sanford and Son, he played one of Lamar Rollo in Sanford and Son. Classic as well. Cameron Bennett, he was also the writer of the show from Little Rail. He passed away at a very young age due to a health condition as well. Kim Porter, God rest her soul. She was a model. Besides being a mother, because she wasn't just with Diddy and so forth. She like I said, it just I want to bring it up because it's just sad. But God rest her soul. Christoph St. John, he was a legend in the soap opera. I know God rest his soul. I know he, like I said, he was dealing with heartbreak as well, literally, from losing his son years ago. So Melvin Evans, that's from the group After Seven, which one of the songs is like Can't Stop and I Care About You and Ready or Not, for example. If also I don't want to just say like he was just babysit brother. He was a talented singer as well. Okay, Roy Hargrove as well. He was I think a jazz. He was a jazz or a trumpet player, but he played jazz instrument. I know he was a musician as well in the jazz area. Mac Miller, that was so Nancy Wilson. She was not just also a great. She was a legend in the as far I think in the jazz area, but also she has actually been in shows. She was also an actress as well. And okay, and of course the last person they had was actually Nipsey Hussle. Now, when Nipsey Hussle they had him and they had started. I don't need this anymore, y'all, because it ended like I said in a note where it was kind of it was kind of emotional. And when they were talking about Nipsey Hussle, they did a close up because they showed earlier Nipsey Hussle's daughter and Carter, which is Lil Wayne and Noah's son. About they had a close um bond as well, which Carter explained at Nipsey Hussle's funeral that was posted a couple months ago. And I was like, because under the humanitarian ward. So when they were showing a close up real quick, and you seen Nipsey Hussle's daughter crying, I see the hat of a lady, and she's I guess consoling the little girl, and I didn't know the sister. I looked up it was Lauren London, and it was just a little tidbit. So of course they had the family come up, and also they listed some of the people, including the kids, but who had spoken was the grandmother, and she was just saying like God was looking preaching. It was really sad, just like about the Incinerated Five, the same thing. Like it was very tear jerking, and um you had the mother speak, and I cannot not say because I can't remember, but it's so deep. And what she said, the only thing I can say was she explained that they never showed her that she was when she was at the crime scene, and because she stayed for a minute, and both her and her, I think her mother, I don't know if it was her mother or her mother-in-law, both wore like the tie that covers of rainbows, and his dad was there, but Black said his brother wasn't up there, but his sister was, and of course, like I said, his two children, and his stepson or second, second son, whatever, because I don't know, I was in their household. which was Carter, and the kids were there. And Lauren London said, "Marathon continues. Thank you. We appreciate the help." So she said a few words. And like I said, the mom spoke. It's like it's so Richmond, and she is one of a kind. The words that she said, you know how she touches about like she explained during the act of the spiritual story, and I cannot repeat anything besides the fact what I just said because you have to see it for yourself. Because when she talks, it is deep to a point like I can't repeat none of that. But bless her, but I will say at the end, she thanked everybody for her prayer and the support during this time. But basically saying like he has carried on and did his work, what would he need to be done in this time on earth, and he is at his home up above, and that is, I think that's that terms because like I said, it was so deep you have to see it for yourself. Okay. And his dad talked, but it was a moment where people were laughing a little bit because he was trying to talk, his dad was trying to talk, his dad was trying to talk to the microphone, and his wife is also Mr. Hubson's mom was trying to just like, hey, so he was like, okay, all right, yeah, love you, let me get this here, and she was just like, he was just explaining that he wished his son was here, but he thanks everybody, but he was here last year and he wished he was here, and she just think time, but it was just a little bit moment. And if y'all remember the funeral, if y'all watched the funeral, it kind of took away from the pain a little bit that going into sadness with this, and people of course they're still grieving probably, but it took away like a little bit if you kind of were upset with the kind of like the thing the mom was trying to help adjust, and she like okay hon, and it reminded me of like when Nipsey Hussle's daughter was uncomfortable and Lauren and his sister Samantha were trying to, and she turned out she didn't want to speak then, and then here comes Cross took, was already trying to grab for the mic, and he took the mic and was like, kind of, and at the point it kind of like took away, diffused like the sadness, personally to me. And that's pretty much it. Because, like I said, as soon as they went off the stage, and all of a sudden you got Nipsey, Marsha is about to sit there. She's like, "Put this stuff there." And I already said this early beginning of my review. And next minute, in recording. Excuse me? What do you mean in the recording? I said 5 minutes over. They said 3 hours and 30 minutes, and I went for 5 minutes more, and it cut off to that performance. But I know YG, I did see earlier, they did a zoom in, he turned around to show, Nipsey Hussle was airbrushing the back of his thing, and I know John Lynch, I think, was supposed to perform. So that's it, y'all. I'm sorry, I know I'm about 50 minutes in, and this was kind of long, but I'm sorry if I wasn't, like, more upbeat, whatever with the performance, but I hope y'all enjoy this review. If y'all like, please subscribe and like, and that is it. But that is it. But like I said, it was a decent awards. But you had your moments where you cried or feel like crying or had like serious moments. But Regina Hall, as far as I'm concerned, did a decent was a decent host. But like I said, besides that one joke, like I said, I think her stuff was pretty cool. And Regina King was not there neither. I know that much as well. But yeah, it wasn't too bad at all, even not with the performances. And we'll end that at the end. Period. But anyway, y'all, hugs and loves. And sorry if it's y'all. I got, I didn't put any apple cider vinegar on, and I got a mosquito bite, so that's why I'm itching my elbow. But don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I forgot to mention that. And like I said, like this, like it up, whatever. I know I'm on the webcam, but when I'm able to get some clear, y'all will see me clearly. So enjoy. Y'all have a good night. Hugs and loves. Enjoy the last full week of June, y'all. And see you next time.